Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ines Darasinta. Today I will presenting a summary of part 3 about data from Dalit Teacher's book, An Introduction to Second Language Research Method. This part will focus on what data is, how we collect it, and why it matters on language research. Okay, the first one is what is data in research? Let's begin with the basics. In research, data is the evidence we collect to answer a question. Without data, research is just a matter of opinion. Data allows us to move from assumption to actual investigation. In the context of second language learning, data help us explore questions like, do students feel anxious when speaking English? Or does using an app helps improve vocabulary? To answer questions like this, we don't just guess, we collect data using proper tools. Next, we have what called a data collection instrument or DCI. This is any tool we use to gather data such as questionnaire, interviews, observation, or journals. For a DCI to be useful, it must measure a specific construct like motivation, confidence, or language accuracy. Produce quantitative data like test scores or survey response, or qualitative data like interview, transcript, or diary entries. Be reliable, meaning it gives consistent result, and valid, meaning it accurately measures what it's supposed to. The better the instrument, the better the data, and the stronger our research. One key idea Giraffe explains is the difference between research design and data. Think of design as the skeleton, the structure of your research, and data as the flesh, the evidence that give meaning and depth. You might have a well-planned design, but without data, the design is empty. Also, a tool or instrument is not the research itself. It's just one part of the process, a way to gather data within a bigger research plan. Let's go through the four main types of DCI described in this section. The first one is questionnaire. They are great for surveys or large groups. They collect self-report data like attitudes, preferences, or experiences. The question must be clear and focused. Often, we analyze the answer with statistics. The second is interviews. Interviews also allow us to dig deeper. They can be structured, semi-structured, or open-ended. We learn about the why behind behaviors or opinions. Interviews take more time but overreach detailed data. And the third is observation. Here we watch what people actually do rather than what they say. For example, we might observe how students interact in a speaking activity. We can use checklists, filed notes, or scales to record what we see. Observations are useful because behavior doesn't always match belief. And the last is diaries and journals. They are written by the participants themselves, often over time. Journals give insight into thoughts, emotions, and learning progress. For example, a student might write weekly entries about their struggles with pronunciation or their experience using English in public. Next, we talk about triangulation. One powerful strategy is called triangulation. This means using more than one instrument to study the same topic. For example, we might use a questionnaire to measure students' confidence and also conduct interviews to understand why they feel that way. Triangulation helps us cross-check findings, increase the credibility of our research, get both a big picture view and personal details. So, how do we collect good data? Thrift gives some key tips. Always align your tools with your research question and design. Define your contract clearly. Check your instrument for validity and reliability. And use triangulation when possible. Okay, to end, I want to leave you with this quote from Dale. Good research isn't just about collecting data. It's about choosing the right data, using the right tools for the right reason. By understanding what data is and how to collect it well, we can conduct stronger, more meaningful language research. Alright, thank you so much for your attention. If you have any question or want to explore more about research instrument, I would be happy to discuss it further. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.